Cody.
All right, so begs the question, is naughty becoming the new normal for young teens? We're talking about ages 13, 14, 15 years old.
Yeah, parents today trying to balance teenage independence with parental control. You know, our kids are bombarded with images like this every day, and for some parents and teens, it can be confusing. The Wall Street Journal recently ran a column on this very topic, an author struggling with her past and her daughter's present, something every parent deals with.
And these guys, they love Jersey Shore. You know, they love all the Gossip Girls and these shows, and I let them watch it, but at the same time, we always have the discussion about what's appropriate and what's not. She can be fashionable, but she doesn't have to look like Miley Cyrus necessarily or some of these other people.
So it's kind of picking and choosing, yeah, that's not something I'm crazy about on you, but it's within the scope of what's acceptable to our family.
All right, so what is acceptable to the families out there? Joining us now, relationship expert and author Nina Atwood. Thank you for being here with us tonight.
You bet.
All right, what is going on with kids today? Is it really too sexy too soon?
Well, it really is, but they're taking their cues off of the adults around them and from the entertainment industry. And the message, which is the wrong message for young girls, is your value and worth is having a hot body and showing as much of it as possible, rather than having your value and worth be that you're smart, that you're accomplished, that you're doing something that is positive in the world.
So should we blame these celebrities? For, you know, a lot of these people are famous for just being famous and dressing and acting like Miley right there.
Well, let's face it, it's very influential. They watch these celebrities doing this. You know, the entertainment industry makes it look normal for a girl to run around with almost nothing on. But they're getting paid millions of dollars to do that.
Sure.
And our daughters are not getting paid to do that. The young women that are emulating that, it's a job and a career for them.
Right.
But for the rest of us, we have to really look at what is that message that you're putting out there. And what you're putting out there is that your value and worth is coming from the wrong place.
Well, and it seems like no matter what our children do, we're kind of faced with this issue as parents. I mean, we did a story not too long ago on a dance team from California. These girls are, 7, 8 years old. Okay, good dancers, but they're wearing the hot pants. They're doing moves that are just way too sophisticated for these young kids. So as a parent, I mean, what do you say? No, you can't be on the dance team when your child wants to dance?
Why not?
Well, that's true.
Isn't the job of a parent to say no to things that may be fun in the short term, but be detrimental in the long term? Kids don't have the ability to decide what is best for them in the long term. That's why you have parenting.
That's why you're a parent. All right, there was a Wall Street Journal article that ran earlier this week, and it talked about the dilemma that parents face. I want to read you a quote. It's there on your screen. Here's the quote from the article. So here we are, the feminist and post-feminist and post-pill generation. Now, scads of us don't know how to teach our sons and daughters not to give away their bodies so readily. We're embarrassed, and we don't want to be, God forbid, hypocrites. But I think you kind of said it. Why not be a hypocrite if that's what you need to do to be a parent? I mean, it's your past, but teach your children.
Your past doesn't have to be their future.
Right.
And isn't your job as a parent to realize the mistakes you made, learn from them, and help your kids do better? And how powerful could it be in your relationship with your child to be able to say, I did make mistakes, and here's how it hurt me. I don't want it to hurt you.
Okay, but then thinking like, I guess a teenager, they go, Mom, Dad, you did it. Why can't I do it? Because that's what they're going to say.
You can't control teenage thinking.
Right.
But you can do your job as a parent.
I'm going to do my best to do it. My girls are so young now, 2 and 3. I'm trying to mold them and train them. This is how you will not be as a teenager when you get older.
That's right. But I think an authentic message about what is best for you in the long run is what you're supposed to be giving them.
Okay.
They're still going to ultimately choose what they do with themselves. But I think that's a lot better message than saying, oh, I can't tell you anything because, oh, gosh darn it, I did some things too, and so I can't say anything.
Right. Yeah. All right, let's read this. Here's another quote from this article. I think perhaps this might help some parents kind of put it into perspective. We wouldn't dream of dropping our daughters off at college and saying, study hard and floss every night, honey, and for heaven's sake, get laid. But that's essentially what we're saying by allowing them to dress the way they do while they are still living under our roofs.
I know it. Isn't that insane?
It is.
What a message. You know, this is a trend that's been going on for a long time, and I think it's time for us to turn that the other way. You know, to start putting our feet down as women and just really saying, you know what, I want the message out there for my daughter to be, my value and worth is around my intelligence, my accomplishments, how I'm making a positive difference in the world.
Empowering them. And you actually wrote a book on this.
Yes, I did.
That parents could turn to for some help.
You know, I wrote this book for single women, but I've got women who give it to their teenage daughters because the message is all about being empowered as a woman because you're intelligent, you're smart, you're doing things with your life. You're not putting sex out there up front. Sex is special. You're saving it for committed relationship and marriage.
Temptations of the Single Girl. I will take that. I'm passing that to my stepdaughter as well. She's 17. I'm going to pass that along.
Great.
Nina Atwood, thank you so much for being here with us tonight.